Hello. Okay, so this is one of my projects where I have explored the fintech space and also the generative AI, agentic AI as well. So this is our application which we had made for a hackathon. The entire backend of generative AI, agentic AI is made by me. UI also have contributed. UI mostly was done by other guys, but yes. So this is the website. It is a live website. Can go to this check. The backend might not work at times because it is hosted on a uh, free tier server on Hugging Face. So I haven't added authentication for now, but just the AI. So in total, there are four modules in this. Right now, three of them are completely functional. Fourth one is under development. So first one is market analysis. All this data is real-time data. Uh, I've used Yahoo Finance, Fred API to get the real-time data as see before you inside this stickers. So inflation rate and the repo rate I have got from Fred API. These are the sectors. So what is this particular module is? So if you want to invest in particular stock, but you don't have enough knowledge about it, and you want to gain some knowledge about what you're going to invest in. So I've collected a set of 76 stocks, 76 to 75 stocks. Some most of them being from Nifty 50 and another 25 from like the top stocks in their particular sectors. So this is the analysis period. You can search a particular stock over here. For example, I put TCS. Okay, analyze it for 1 year. So first and foremost, this is the charts like the closing price and everything, technical analysis, multi-agent orchestration for analyzing TCS over the entire period. It takes time. So in total, there are three agents who will analyze this uh, TCS over there. In the first tab, you will get charts and patterns related to the TCS stock data prices from Yahoo Finance. Second tab will be providing technical analysis, like there are technical indicators like SMA, simple moving average, exponential moving average, relative strength index, etc. Okay, so there is the data, price chart, candlestick, volume. All this is on real time data. You can verify and check. This is the current price right now. This is the technical analysis. As I said, uh, all this is calculated in real time. Here is the important part, that is the agentic AI. So so there are three agents working together in concurrent manner. So first is the Indian market controller, second is Indian revenue analyst, and third is Indian ratio analyst. So all the real-time data, as you can see, this is the real-time price provided by Yahoo Finance to this particular agent. It will analyze, it calculated the returns, it took the data from returns, it is showing that it is not performed well, it is underperformed compared to Nifty 50 index, moving averages as well. So it provides a conclusion as expected. This was a feedback given to us one of the judges to provide a conclusion by every agent. This is the output of Indian revenue analyst. How a stock might perform over the year, respect to what as it is mentioned during Indian festivals, they wish out some dividends. So that time, new contract signings and new projects might boost this particular stock. Talking about the third agent, It provides the analysis of TCS market data. Again, Indian ratio analyst with respect to P ratio. And it tells that it shows some signs of short-term bullish movement, but it is underperforming over a longer term. So it not just does we can check for other stocks as well. For example, I'll try Wipro. We'll analyze for Wipro now. Yeah, I forgot the guides and recommendations. So the fourth module tells whether you should hold a particular stock, sell it, or buy some more. So it fetches the real price for using Yahoo Finance. So all these agents work sequentially in the background. So the entire backend is written using Fast API, and the agentic technology used for it is Swarms. It takes time. It's just because of the network speed. If I'm running it on local, it's much faster. Yeah. So this was the fourth one. It tells whether you should hold a stock, you should sell a stock, or buy more. This is the multi-agent analysis of Wipro. Okay, moving on to the next module, that's the portfolio manager. So you're planning to like invest in stocks, but you don't know how much you want to invest and what to invest, and you want to analyze your current portfolio with the help of agents. So what can you do in that aspect? So there are three modules again. One is portfolio analysis where you build the your portfolio. Second is back testing. You can test your portfolio how it might perform on historical data. And third is again the agentic AI part. Again, it works on real time data from Yahoo Finance. So here you have to enter your age, your income, portfolio value, and risk tolerance, how much risk you can take, investment horizon, income then. So what is your investment objective from invest by investing in stocks? You can select for my for now I have just selected or kept Nifty 50 stocks. Later on I'll be adding custom stock allocation as well. So you can add here either by quantity like number of stocks or percentage of total investable amount. So I've already created a portfolio. This is my portfolio. Fine. Then this will do the breakdown. Once I click, first I'll move on to back testing. So I can test my portfolio. Uh, I can backtest. The library used here is Vector BT and Backtrader. So this is how my portfolio will perform on. Now, if I want to backtest my portfolio during a certain period, like last medium 3 years or COVID, for example, I'll select how my portfolio might have performed in COVID-19. Yeah, it takes time because of the API call. Yeah, the API is down. Yeah, so I'll just so it back tested for last 3 months. You can also select it from here and test it during a given time frame for custom period as well. I've added the tickers for specific time period, but the API is acting a bit slow on free tier servers for now. So this is how your portfolio might perform. So benchmark is again NS, Nifty 50 NEC, and this is your portfolio, how it will perform. Fine. Now talking about the agentic AI part again. So once I analyze my portfolio using AI, this is how it will perform. So in this particular module, there are six agents that are collaborating with each other to perform uh, like analysis of your portfolio, how much you should invest, why you should invest, what particular stock you should remove from your particular portfolio, then which stock should you consider buying. This all again is on real time data. Most of it is still under development. It's still working on it. So six agents will work together and produce the output for you. So first is the asset allocation specialist, second is risk analyst, fixed income specialist, investment manager, market analyst, and equity specialist. So this is the output. So you can see this was my portfolio, just in case. Yeah, these are the so allocation specialist. It tells how much you should invest in a particular stock and what is the market distribution and geographical exposure and sector rebalancing. So it recommended me to increase the exposure to IT and pharma and reduce the exposure in fintech. So my portfolio was mostly concentrated in fintech domain. So it told me to reduce and increase my sector allocation in IT and pharma. And it also provided a conclusion. So the main reason of providing a conclusion is the conclusion is passed to the next agent, not the entire thing, because it will take up the more vector space. Or there is another way, you can either summarize the entire content produced by an agent and then pass it on to the next agent as a context. This is the fixed income specialist. So certain people just live off by investing, like they don't work. They need a fixed income to be produced from their investments. So in this case, it is the stocks. So it will analyze your portfolio, that whether it is good to get you fixed income on a daily basis. So now it says the portfolio is heavily skewed towards equities with no fixed income components. So it is basically saying that you should buy more bonds. So here it is said. So if you want fixed income, so you can think of investing more in bonds. So investment manager. So it analyzes how much you have invested, then how many stocks, then sector allocation, then all the context from real-time data again. Then current portfolio alignment is moderate again. How long are you going to invest? This is all the input data is taking. Then recommendations. Then again, it has said the investment manager is like, okay, try to increase the allocation in dividend paying stocks since you want some kind of fixed income. Then sector diversification and fixed income instruments as again asset allocation. Reduce the exposure in current stocks by 25%. Risk management as well. Use SIP to average out market. Immediate actions as well. And it also provided a conclusion. And talking about the market analyst, it will analyze each and every holding which you have in your portfolio. So it is a shorter version of the first module, that is market analyst. It will provide an analysis of each and every holding in your stock, in your portfolio. Then this is the equity specialist. So there is something special about this equity specialist, that is this particular agent runs in loops. So first it will iterate, it will generate an output. Then in the feedback loop, it will try to analyze what it actually generated, whether it is correct or not. It will ask the previous agents, or it can refer. In this case, it is referring to the context past. So it will analyze and it will reflect whether the current analysis is correct or not, and then it will go for another final loop. So I can increase the number of loops. In free tier, I can test around 2 to 3 loops. In the premium version, certainly I can iterate for more than 3 or 4 loops, but that is not needed. It can like finalize and get to the current state within just 2 or 3 loops. Right now, there is no agent present with these agents. So in agentic AI, you have to provide a certain kind of memory so that they can act and think upon it. Right now, there is no memory with the agents. It is just relying on the context and information provided by the previous agent if they are working in concurrent or sequential flow. So this is the second module. Now talking about the third module, that is mutual fund advisor. Again, same. Here you have to build your profile, then select mutual funds. What are your goals? So there are safe investors who don't want to play in stocks but want some money from investments. So in that case, you can buy mutual funds, set goals, then what is the required SIP it calculated, available amount, shortfall, everything. Then what are the goals? In this case, I have set retirement planning. What is the amount and the inflation to 6%? That in by years time, the inflation will grow to 6%. This is all input. Then I can analyze the funds. So this is basically the profile creation part. If you're falling short, it will show that you're falling short by this much amount. Then to fund analysis, you can compare the mutual funds which you're adding to your portfolio. You can analyze the selected funds. Or this also is from real-time data. I have used NAF API to get the real-time values or the price of mutual funds. There are around about 17,000 mutual funds currently in the Indian market. You can add, you can select from these portfolios the returns, the category, fund housing, etc. You can even search and add more hybrid funds, international funds, and small cap more. You can analyze all the funds selected, and then it gives you an option whether you want to add particular the best performance among all the analyzed mutual funds. You can add it to your portfolio. Now, in the portfolio builder, as we have given freedom in the investment manager, but in case of mutual fund, the investor might not be that uh, skilled, or he is not aware of the market conditions. So we have provided one feature that is known as templates. So in portfolio templates, we have selected a specific set of mutual funds or debt equities, sorry, mutual funds, different funds, which make up a template. So you can refer to this as baskets from Zerodha. So in case of Zerodha, what they have done is they have selected a few stocks from Nifty 50 or different investment assets, and they have created something known as baskets. So you can buy a particular basket, or you can tell Zerodha or group that you invest for me in this particular basket, and they give a entire summary of how much returns or how much you have to invest in order to get this much returns. So similar fashion, I have done it for mutual funds because people are not aware, or the investor might not be that familiar with the mutual fund market, but he wants to he or she wants to gain some good returns from the mutual fund. So they can apply this but particular templates and they will get their portfolio. So in this case, I'll select aggressive that will apply the template of aggressive. So see, first it was some other template. I'll apply this template. Yeah, I'll just clear all. Yeah, so there is nothing right now. Now I'll add apply. So it selected custom, which was my previous portfolio. Okay, and I'll clear. Then I'll add conservative. So these are the conservative template with three high performing mutual funds and corporate bonds. Now, if I want to rebalance this particular portfolio, it will rebalance based on parity algorithm. It is still under process. I'm still working on it. Then you can add more mutual funds. Then how much amount, like whether you want to do SIP of that particular fund, and then you can add. Now, what if I want to back test it and check? So this is the sector-wise allocation, rebalancing analysis also it provided, like how much you should increase the portfolio, the performance report of all the funds you have selected. So this is an option to clear the portfolio. Now comes the important part, that is the AI investment advisor, that is the agentic AI. How same way there are four agents in this. Then you can select like what do you want to do, like portfolio optimization, tax planning, market timing, sector analysis, risk management. So you can select as more. So this has a certain task or certain objective functions which you are passing to the agents which are going to perform all this task and selecting as maximum as possible. It is advised you just select 3 to 4, not this many. So I'll get rid. Okay, I'll just keep this and I will switch. Fine. Then it will generate. Yeah, it's not taking this many at the moment. Yeah. Think the API is down. Just a second. Hmm. Yeah, the API is down. Just need to restart it using some. Hmm, just a second. So right now I'll get rid of the focus areas. So focus areas tags is something you can specify tags or context on how your portfolio will. It is not work. Yeah, it is actually under development. Like it will pass real-time context information and objective functions to the agents to perform certain tasks. So this is the analysis for mutual fund. So in this case, there are four agents: fund selection, goal planning. This is the analysis done on the basis of your portfolio and profile, your profile, investor's profile. It does a risk assessment of your portfolio as well, mutual fund portfolio. It's the allocation specialist, like how much should you invest, what you should invest, etc. Try adding a whole thing. This is broken at the moment. Yeah. So it is not actually functional currently, but it works, not just connected from the front end. So right now, this what you're getting, the AI part, is just a general analysis provided by uh, the agentic AI, not with objective functions passed. So these are the different objective functions which I've created, which can be passed to this agent, and then they will work only around this particular objective function, uh, along with the general analysis. So that's it for now.